I'm Fox 5 Storm Team meteorologist Alex Forbes. We have a brand new tornado warning that has just been issued for parts of Fayette County and Coweta County for a storm that's in northern Meriwether County right now. So if you are in Sonoya, Peachtree City, southern Fayette County, and this is going to be far western Spalding County, now is the time to head to your tornado safe place with this storm that is just in the northern Meriwether County and moving towards the northeast towards Sonoya and Fayette County. So let's dig into this a little bit. I'm going to pull in the computer here so we can get some of the specifics. I want to emphasize that this is the South Metro area now. So this is, where a decent amount of people live. And let's see what we are looking at in terms of the rotation here. So if you have been staying up with us through the overnight hours, you might remember that back into Auburn, Alabama, we were watching a storm that produced a tornado, especially back into the Montgomery area. This is that same storm. And what you're seeing here, where the green meets the red, is where we have an area of rotation. That is in northern Meriwether County, and that is that same storm that we've been tracking here for the past several hours. So I want to drill down in here and get some roads and see what we're looking at. This is going to be right along State Route 85 in Oakland. Here is Luthersville Road in Wooster over towards Alps, and up towards the Carmel area, Weaver Parks Road. If you are along Weaver Parks Road, I need you in your tornado safe spot right now. Not 5 minutes from now, not 10 minutes from now, right now, because this is bearing down pretty quick. Where is that? That would be your lowest floor, for many of us a basement. If not a basement, your first floor, putting as many doors and walls between you and the outside as possible. And that's the key in terms of being in the most interior room whenever you're seeking shelter from a tornado. So there's a new scan there, still seeing that circulation. So if you are right along State Route 85 going up into Fayette County, that's going to be over towards Carmel, Oakland Road, right along Oakland Road here, going up in towards, say, the Spalding County area and southern Fayette County. This is where I need you in your tornado safe place. And Weaver Parks Road, it is right over this area at this specific moment. Now, I want to zoom out and get some more areas in here and look further down the road. This is going to be Mount Caramel Road over towards, that's going to be Sullivan Mill Road, and then Hollowville Road, Fairview Road. That's getting into Spalding County here. So for reference, here's the Spalding County line. This is going to be far western Spalding County before you get into southern Fayette County and southern Coweta County. So if you are waking up to your alert in Meriwether County, you're in Greenville per se, all clear in Greenville. This is far northeastern Meriwether County, getting in towards, say, the Spalding County area, far southern Coweta and southern Fayette County. And we are going to throw a track on this now. So let me see. We got this tornado warning about 3 or 4 minutes ago, and it's going to go until it looks like 4:45. So for 30 minutes, right, up in towards the Clayton County area, and it's moving northeast at 55. So let's throw a track on this now. And what you're going to see is moving pretty quickly, right? Here we go. So Whitewater High School, 17 minutes. Atlanta Motor Speedway, that's going to be towards southern Henry County, right? That's going to be just outside of the warning box in about 22 minutes. Let me see if I can get maybe a little more specific locations on here. Let's see if I do that. Let's see. Do that. There we go. So Carmel, 1 minute. Blanton's Mill, 8 minutes. The Meadows, 10 minutes. If you are seeing your location on here, this is where you need to be headed to your tornado safe place, up towards Cambridge Estates in 14 minutes. And a lot of that is getting into southern Fayette County, and that's going to be parts of, and towards the Brooks area before all is said and done, and far western Spalding County. So if you see your location, right, this is where you need to be headed to your tornado safe spot. We've got the greens here moving towards the radar, the reds moving away from the radar, and that's what we're looking at whenever we're trying to find rotation in the atmosphere and what could potentially be producing a tornado. So this warning is going to go for another 29 minutes as it moves into the South Metro at this point in time. So Want to zoom out and give everybody another picture of what's going on. So we've got this tornado warning right down south of Atlanta as we speak. I am also watching very closely this leading line of storms. So you're looking at the winds here. This green and red line is where we have seen some very gusty winds and some kinks in those lines where we have a broad rotation at times. So we're watching for maybe some more spin ups up towards the north. That's definitely going to be a possibility. But for the moment, this northern Meriwether County storm is going to be of utmost concern. That's the tornado warned storm at the moment. So that's the winds. Let me show you what this looks like now on the radar over the last 30 minutes. In the metro area, we are looking at a very narrow, heavy band of rain pushing in. And yes, this is running a little ahead of schedule. We were thinking maybe about 5, 6 o'clock it was going to move into the metro. Well, here we are at 4:17. So Cobb County, you've got some very heavy rain pushing in over towards Hartsfield Jackson. The next little bit, it's already dumping buckets in South Fulton. And then this tornado warning down to the south, that's going to be Meriwether, Coweta, Fayette, and far western Spalding here as we track this into the next little bit. I tell you what, we've got some of our producers and directors back in the control room. Maybe we can queue up the Atlanta Motor Speedway camera, and if we can, turn that down to the south and to the west, because that would be looking right into the storm. I suspect we will see a decent amount of lightning, right? We're seeing that on the radar. If we have it on the radar, we're going to see it on the camera. And this is moving, generally speaking, in that general direction. The speedway is right there on the Clayton-Henry County line, and the warning comes right up to it right now. So let's drill it back down in here. The most important thing right now, the roads, right? That's what we're able to get real specific with. And I want to give some all clears as well as we continue to track this location, or this rotation that is, that at this moment is right on the Spalding County line with Meriwether County. Here's that Atlanta Motor Speedway camera. You see the rain already falling there in Henry County, and we're going to be watching for some lightning. Not seeing any here at the moment. Maybe the storm's just a little too far away at this point, but we're going to keep an eye on it and let you know if anything changes there. But here's this rotation now. I was talking about Mount Carmel Road earlier, and that's exactly where the rotation is at this point in time as it begins to clip Coweta County here. So if you are in far southeastern Coweta County, south of Sonoya, that's where you need to be in your tornado safe place. If you are in far southern Fayette County, in the Brooks area, need to be in your tornado safe place. That's going to be State Route 16. So State Route 16, Noonan Road from Spalding County out across into Coweta County, this is where you need to be headed into your tornado safe place. That's going to include Hollandville Road, Fairview Road, Poplar Drive. There's the Digby area, Aveley Road, Drewleyville Road, Dolly Harris Road, Sullivan Mill Road, Joe Anthony Road, right over Joe Anthony Road right now, and getting up towards State Route 16. Now this black line you see here right along the Digby area, that is the Fayette County line. So here's Brooks, the Meadows. This is where State Route 85C, it looks like, continues towards the north. Brooks Road up towards, that's going to be Bankstown Road, West McIntosh Road, over towards Woods Road. This is where we need to be in our tornado safe place, and it looks like we've got Cambridge Estates up to the north as well. So Brooks, the Meadows, Digby, and Cambridge Estates, we need you in your tornado safe place ASAP as this storm is coming across that Meriwether County line as we speak. Now, what you're looking at here, this is our debris detector, and what I want to do is play this back in time and see if we see the radar picking up on anything. It's possible that that could have been something right there. I don't think that's necessarily a guarantee, but that is catching my eye. I do, however, think if it was something, though, that this warning would be labeled a confirmed tornado, and it is not. Nothing exactly being picked up at the moment in terms of debris being in the air, but the tornado warning continues nonetheless. Want to give some all clears now. This is going to be primarily in Meriwether County. So the roads I am about to say here, these are the spots where you can come out of your tornado safe place. Say your phone went off. That's going to be, let me read them off here because it's pretty small. McWilliams Barber Road, Caldwell Road, Luthersville Road, Lion Lane, Alvaton Road, Garner Road, all appear to be okay. In fact, I think generally speaking, this is going to be State Route 85 right here. If you are to the west of State Route 85 in Meriwether County, I think you've got the all clear from any rotation, right? We still have the strong winds out there, the strong straight line wind potential, but for a tornado threat, I think you're okay at the moment. The bigger threat is where we were just talking about, up towards Brooks and up towards Cambridge Estates here over the course of the next 20 minutes or so. So if you're just joining us here on Fox 5, have a tornado warning in effect south of the metro area. However, we are seeing storms all across the area. Let me give you a big picture of what's going on here. Look, I mean, from Cherokee and Pickens County down through Coweta, where we're tracking the tornado warning, down into central Georgia, we've got this fast-moving, narrow band of some heavy rain and strong winds moving into the area. Now, this tornado warning is embedded within a severe thunderstorm warning that includes Henry County down through Taylor County, so south of Macon, and that's, of course, going to include all of Spalding, most of Butts, Pike, Lamar, Upson, and over towards Crawford and Taylor counties over the course of the next 30 minutes or so as this line continues to move through. So while we're tracking this tornado warning, we are also watching this severe thunderstorm warning for the threat of some damaging winds. Now, we just got an update to the tornado warning. It does look like they just cut Meriwether County out of it, which is some good news. But that does mean that the rotation is still of concern because they didn't cancel the warning, right? It's still very much in effect, and it's going to be right where Coweta, Spalding, and Meriwether counties come together now. It's this area. So all of those spots that we were talking about up towards Bigby, over towards Brooks, and into Cambridge Estates, that's where you need to be in your tornado safe place. So the rotation right now, right in the vicinity of Rowe Road, Dolly Harris Road, over towards Hollowville Road, moving into the Digby area right along State Route 16, coming out of Sonoya and over towards Blanton's Mill in that area. So if you are, if you know the area really from Noonan Road where it intersects with, that's going to be Scott Branch Road, up to Sonoya, that's where this is about to cross State Route 16, excuse me there. And that's going to be right where State Route 16 crosses from Spalding County into Coweta County. So we were talking about Brooks and the Meadows and Cambridge Estates. If you can hear my voice there, now is the time to head to your tornado safe place, which is the lowest floor of a sturdy structure away from doors and windows, putting as many walls between you and the outside as possible. And that's what we need to be doing now in southern Fayette County as this warning goes here for another 20 minutes or so. Now, actually, it looks like we just got a new scan there. So that's going to be right along Gray Girls Road. So yes, crossing right where State Route 16 crosses into southern Fayette County. Now, if you're watching us from Fayette County, you're watching us from Fayetteville and Peachtree City, okay? Peachtree City, if you are inside Peachtree City city limits, I think you're okay. Areas south and east of Peachtree City, that's going to be getting down towards Highway 85 and really Robinson Road, Bernhard Road, and then State Route 92 from Woolsey down through Cambridge Estates. This is the part of Fayette County that needs to be in the tornado safe place. Stars Mill and Stars Mill High School very much included within that. And notice that this warning comes right up to the Clayton County line. That would be the far southern extent of Clayton County. Something that we're also watching is a little notch out of Douglas and Fulton counties that appears to be concerning from the National Weather Service. I think that would be right along Interstate 20 here. In fact, southern Cobb could be in on that. It's not anything impressive, but worth keeping an eye on. They're also noting that if we play this forward, right, that the rotation here in parts of Meriwether County really is not what it was. You look back down at just a couple minutes ago, you saw those greens and reds much closer together, and we're not seeing it at that level still, right? Let me show you what I'm talking about here. This is going to be right in there, right? You see how the reds and greens come close together, which means you've got winds blowing towards the radar like this and away from the radar like that. Now, if I play this forward to right now, up here into parts of Spalding County and Fayette County, it is not that well defined as it was earlier. Now, we do still have a noticeable uptick in the lightning to the north, but at least the rotation at this exact moment does not appear to be what it was at this point in time. So the National Weather Service is going to give this one more scan before they decide what to do with it. Technically, the warning goes until 4:45, and this is how it goes here this time of year with systems like this. It's like whack-a-mole. You get a quick spin up, they don't last too long, and then they're done for the time being. Now, it's possible that it could recycle, right? It weekends and then it pulses back up, and that's what we're going to be watching here through the morning hours. And this, of course, getting close to Lovejoy and Hampton and the Atlanta Motor Speedway. So I see that camera over there in the big screen. Let's see if we can pop that back up here. I'm seeing some more lightning. This is actually from Fayetteville, and this is going to be the storm moving into southern Fayette County that is tornado warned right now. So you see some of the glow off in the distance. That is, I think, radiant light. You'll see some lightning here in a second. I was watching it over there, and of course, as soon as we pop it up on TV, it hits a lull. So we'll keep with it and see if we can see a strike or two here as this moves into southern Fayette County, and waiting on this new scan here to see if maybe we can drop the tornado warning, which is exactly what we have done now. All right, so if you are in your tornado safe place and you are in Coweta County, southern Fayette County, and into Spalding County, you are still looking at a pretty, strong storm rolling through. It is a severe storm, but the tornado threat at this point in time has come to an end. So we're going to return you back to regularly scheduled programming in just a moment. Before we do that, I really want to emphasize south of the metro from McDonough through Griffin, Barnesville, Thomaston, and Butler. Those are the spots that are in a severe thunderstorm warning until 5 a.m. Up to the north, we do still have heavy rain moving into the metro area, into Atlanta here in the next 10 minutes or so, and then moving on the east side of the metro through the course of the morning. As long as we don't have any more tornado warnings, we will be back with you with Good Day Atlanta at 5 a.m. If we do have another warning, we will join you here on Fox 5 before then.
This has been a special weather report from Fox 5 News.